I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Julie.
We are moms and we are super basic. We've got our drinks. Cheers. And we are ready to chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
You can give us a virtual cheers if you want. Give us a virtual cheers. Let us know what you're sipping on, whether it's tea, hot cocoa, coffee, water, wine, whatever your fancy is. Let us know. And we'll start with what we are drinking.
Yeah.
You got fancy.
I did. So I made it last weekend. And I'm noticing now in the picture that I sent you over the weekend that I have no idea what's on my counter and my laundry room's in the background. I didn't really look at this picture before I put it on. And I was like half a drink in when I sent it. So it's so good though. It is a blueberry thyme gin cocktail. So it's got gin, it's got club soda, it's got blueberry and thyme infused simple syrup, and then a little bit of lemon. It's so good.
Wow.
I want to say the blog, we'll link the blog in the show notes for tomorrow, but I want to say it's called Thyme. Nope. Something with time, some sort of play on the words.
I kept it super basic today with Boda Box Sauvignon Blanc. If anyone's looking for like cheap, good wine, I'm like, this is like a step up from your normal box wine. Boda boxes are like, Kevin always gets the red and occasionally we get a white because I'm not like a huge drinker. But this is good because you can open it and then it doesn't go bad.
That's a good point.
Because it's sealed off. So if you don't drink a whole bottle in one night, then this is good for you.
Yeah, it's like more than what's in a bottle too, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 bottles or something.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think I've had box wine since college.
You're really breaking up.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. We have Mary saying hi. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
She's asking where we're from. So I'm Chelsea. I'm in New Jersey.
And I'm in Vermont, but I'm from New Jersey. I would have loved to have heard a guess as to where she thought we were from.
Mary's not too far from us. She's in Long Island, and she said she needs wine. Boda Box. That's my suggestion of the night.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm still barefoot.
Yeah, you're a barefoot gal.
This is like the first week I'm not drinking barefoot.
Okay, what do we got next?
Chelsea.
Oh, I forgot to do this.
Good work.
I was so focused on what I bought this week that I forgot to fill this out. Well, you can start.
All right.
How are you doing, Julie? What's your quarantine check-in?
So we're homeschooling and it's happening. It's going. It seems so far like every other day is a good day. But I'm learning a lot about my kids and what they like. And so overall, I'm really liking it, but we are having some rough days. Okay. So also this weekend, I used Root Touch Up and
like quite a jump.
But it was the first time I ever did it. And it was the only thing I've done to my hair since February. I got my hair cut and colored in February. And then after I let it like dry, I didn't like the way it was drying. So I got the scissors out of my like butcher block.
What?
And I just started like cutting pieces of it off. I cut off so much hair. And like, I realize how bonkers and off the wall that sounds. And like, I promise I wasn't having like an emotional breakdown as I got scissors. And I do realize that if I had straight hair, I would not have done it. Like I only did it because I have curly hair and I know that no one can see the edges.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't look awful. And I think I've had haircuts that have looked worse. So there's
Okay.
But yeah, as I was standing in my hallway in front of the mirror, cutting my hair with kitchen scissors, I was like, this is odd.
Okay. Has anyone during quarantine taken it upon themselves to cut their hair? Let us know.
Yeah, am I the only one?
I cut the boys' hair like when maybe like April, May. I was like trimming, not the boys, Jackson's hair. But we're going back to the hair salon at this point. Okay. Anything else? Any other updates?
No, that's really all. Just
Okay.
homeschooling. Oh, no, what I was going to say about homeschooling was that I feel like I'm getting in my own way with it. And other parents that are either like distance learning or homeschooling, maybe they can understand or relate. But like, I feel like I've made myself stick to this like very strict schedule. And I was just realizing this week that like, I don't need to. Like, I work from home anyway. And aside from scheduling meetings, which I schedule myself, and I can, say what time that's happening, there's nothing that has to happen at a certain time. So I've put this like super pressure on myself to do like homeschooling at these times, work at these times. And I guess I just realized this week, like no one told me I have to do those things at those times. So I can just like let go a little bit of my need to be scheduled.
Yeah.
And everything will probably be easier. And the kids will probably do better with that too, because they're probably picking up on like my nervous energy of like, we've got to be done this and move on to the next thing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the point of homeschool is to like work around your life as a family and to like have flexibility, right?
Yeah. And so, I mean, the way we were doing it, we were working around our life and having flexibility, but I was kind of like, felt like if I stopped, we'd like lose the momentum. And then Tuesday, Liam had a really bad day and I just like put everything down and was like, let's go outside and ride bikes. We went out and rode bikes and we came back in and then finished up, did like math after that. And it was fine. And we were done in like the same amount of time with having taken a break to go ride bikes. So I think like I was nervous that like if we stopped and took a breather, like I'd never be able to get them back and get them like refocused. But I actually did better to like change of scenery. So then the rest of the week for science time, we went out in the backyard and took a bike ride. And then I read them from like the science book and we watched videos outside. And like, so I think that like changing it up made it a lot better for them.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes like the time that you spend like fighting them to do what you need to do, like takes longer than just taking that break and then coming back to it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's exactly what I found was that with taking a break to ride bikes in the middle of our like, learning chunk of the day, because we did that then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day we were still done at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Virginia said that she cut off a foot of her own hair. Oh my goodness. That's brave. And Abby is just joining us. So hi, Abby. I know I left this blank and I think this is actually perfect to describe my week and how just crazy it has been. And it's like based on how crazy my week has been, it makes total sense that I forgot to fill out this part. Cause I am like living proof of that meme, like oh, next week it will slow down. Oh, next week it will slow down. And it's not slowing down. Like there's no time for rest. It's just each day when you think like, I'm expecting tomorrow to be a calmer day. And I'm like fearful to even say that because when I start my day thinking it's going to be calm, like some major change comes through and I'm like, here we go, buckle up. So that's work related mainly, but just like Ryan's also going through like a sleep regression. So he's up several times throughout the night for like 3 days in a row. So that was killing me. So he slept through the night last night and I was like, thank God, because I was like dying.
Yeah.
But next week's supposed to be a lighter week.
Next week will be better.
Yeah.
All right. Are we moving on?
Yeah, let's move it on.
All right. So there were the virtual Emmys or Emmys at home this weekend. And some of the big happenings were that Zendaya won and that like broke records, right? I think she was the youngest ever winner or youngest female winner, or I don't know. There were a few records she broke, but she just she was so happy and so excited and looked so good in her dress, which was 100% not my style.
Yeah.
She looks wonderful in it. And if you guys watch every week, you know my feelings about Euphoria, the weirdest show ever. But I really like loved her in it because I don't think I'd ever seen her act in anything before that.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, she may have been in stuff. I remember.
Yeah, like she's a bit young for us, and I think she was on like a Disney show or something.
Oh, maybe
college, probably.
If you guys watched the Emmys, put your favorite moment in the comments because I'm gonna share mine next when Julie's done talking about Schitt's Creek.
Yes, Schitt's Creek swept everything, right? They got best lead actor, best supporting actor, best lead actress, best lead supporting actress, all of it for comedy show, right?
Yeah, they did awesome, and like their acceptance speeches and like the setup that they have was like amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, same. Oh, and I saw the funniest meme today. Oh, do you follow Gary Janetti? I know I send you.
No.
You don't follow?
No, because it's just like little Prince George stuff. Like, I don't think that stuff is that funny to follow. And you know how I am about following people.
Well, so he posted one today that had like an article that said that Canada wants to like no longer like follow the Queen, and it had like Prince George's face, and then the caption was Schitt's Creek wins a couple of Emmys, and now they think they're their own country. But I love Schitt's Creek. I'm so happy for them. They're the cute.
I think the new season's coming out on Netflix.
No, it's over.
No,
okay, I gotcha. The latest one is coming to Netflix.
Yes. So favorite Emmy moments. Mine was Reese Witherspoon's New Year's Eve party that she threw with the cast of Big Little Lies, and how they did like a countdown, and they were like, "Oh, we can do anything. It's 2020. Like we're just like moving right along." And so that was my favorite part because they just like really like had so much fun with it.
Yeah, that is so fun. Did you watch much of it?
A little bit. I mainly like watched the recaps afterwards because I watched the beginning and then I forget what I changed. We ended up watching something else. So I watched a little bit and then it was really weird. Like there was no audience there. So I felt bad for the presenters because especially like the comedians, they would like make a joke and it was like silence. Okay. And I'm sure they knew that was going to happen, but it was just like odd kind of dynamic for it. It's different.
Okay. Next up. Did you watch this?
No, I didn't. Okay. I've heard all about it though.
So yes, I guess it was last weekend or maybe even a little longer ago. I think I watched it last Friday. There was a table read, which is the thing that happens now, with Brad Pitt, but it was so many celebrities, and they were doing a table read of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And
Uh-huh.
so you had Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, obviously, Julia Roberts, Ray Liotta, Morgan Freeman was doing the stage directions, which is insane. Um, yeah, if you guys watched it, let us know in the comments because I want to hear from other people that watched it. But I mean, the opening, oh, John Legend was in it. Oh,
I did see like the beginning part where they were talking about like Chrissy Teigen was walking around in like a gown and they were like, what? They're like, what is she doing?
yeah, Chrissy just like popped in and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I look like a mess. And then Jennifer and Julia were like, oh, yeah, that's what I look like walking around my house. But
Claire said she watched it.
yeah. So this, like, the internet went wild because Brad Pitt played Brad, and then Jennifer Aniston was Linda, and she's sort of like the sexy girl, and they did the infamous scene where he's like, you know, whatting in the bathroom while he looks at her and she walks in on it and all that. And it was just hysterical because it was so awkward. The most, like, the best part about it was everyone else's face on like the Zoom screen, not so much them. But I actually thought that the intro when they said hi to each other was the best because she called him honey and so casually, like just the most like, you know, don't give AF.
Yeah.
It was perfect. But even more so than this, like I know this is what the internet was going wild about. My favorite part was that Shia LaBeouf was playing Spicoli, who was originally played by Sean Penn. And Sean Penn was playing, I don't know who he was playing, some adult. But watching Sean Penn crack up at Shia LaBeouf playing the character that he like originated was the best.
Mm-hmm. I only watched the beginning, but now dragging chair. Oh, Julie.
Because you texted that it sounded bad.
I know. I was trying to like discreetly tell you to fix it.
So is it that you can't hear or that I'm on?
Oh God, that sounds awful. Please stop. No, it almost sounds like you like hit it and it gets fuzzy and then it's hard to hear you.
Okay. I just won't move.
Good idea. Like I said, I did watch the beginning, but now I'll go back and watch it because I love Jennifer Aniston Brad moments.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that he's got some much younger girlfriend who's married is kind of like makes it weird.
Yeah, that whole situation is odd. But yeah, I would watch it just for the Spicoli, Shia LaBeouf, Sean Penn interaction. I thought that was
I felt like he was like sitting in a truck as he was filming it.
He was in character the whole time.
Okay.
And if you've seen Fast Times, you know like what Spicoli's like, and it was like spot on in character the whole time. And Sean Penn was like peeing his pants laughing. It was so good.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. So we've got a lot of baby news, and it's all from Vanderpump Rules. So Lala Kent and, you know, Fofty Randall, they did their gender reveal, and I believe they're having a girl. Is that right?
I don't know. I don't follow Vanderpump Rules. This is all you.
Ugh, all right. Wait, so did you even know what I was talking about when I called him Fofty?
Nope.
Oh my
God,
God.
it was his name.
No, Chelsea, it was the best story ever. 50 Cent was like going at him probably like over a year ago on Instagram because he owed him money and he was like coming at him on Instagram. And
I feel like I remember this.
And his like auto corrected 50 to Fofty. So then
yes.
Jokes about Fofty. But anyway, so that's Randall. And Randall and Lala are having a baby. And I believe it's a girl. They did their gender reveal over the weekend.
Okay.
And then Jax and Brittany just announced that they're having a baby too. And then Stassi's already pregnant. So all the talk is whether or not Katie and Tom are going to get pregnant now.
Oh.
Everybody's having a baby. But yeah, they were saying that they're only like 8 days apart, Lala and Brittany.
Oh, that's funny. So what?
That'll be fun, like, to have a baby at the same time as a friend.
Yeah. What else you got?
Okay. More babies. Oh, no, not yet.
No, not yet. Oh, this is me. Okay. If you watch Dancing with the Stars, drop us a like so we know that you are into this conversation.
Can I just ask, how is Carol still on? Did no one get voted off the first week?
Okay. That's what I'm going to get into.
Okay.
All right. So after this week, everyone did their dances. They were averaging, or they were adding up the two scores from week 1 and week 2, and whoever was the lowest, then they'd have a vote from the judges. So Carol Baskin, who, yes, she did better than last week, but let me just explain how low the bar is set on that. Like, she could step left and right in like unison with her partner. That was about it. Like, there was like, I can't even explain how like like low the skill level was compared to like everyone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's between her and Charles Oakley, who's like a retired athlete or whatever. Not
like the athlete.
Not Charles Barkley. I think you might be thinking of Charles Barkley, who's another athlete, if you're familiar with sports. But this guy is Charles Oakley. I think he's a retired NBA player or something like that. So it's between the two of them. Now, they both improved since week 1. And he's like much better than her. But I think she just has like the fan base behind her too. But it was up to the judges. So my gripe with it was they gave each judge like 30 seconds to choose like who would stay, right? So Carrie Ann says Carol. Bruno says Charles. And then it gets to Derek. How do you say how? His last name, I don't know how to say it correctly.
It was like Huff, no?
Huff, maybe Huff. So it gets to him, and they're like, Derek, you have 5 seconds, pick one. Like, he doesn't even get to like give like a reason why or anything. And he's like, Carol, and picks her. Then they proceed to give Tyra Banks like 5 minutes to ask these like ridiculous, unrelated questions to talk like back and forth with the participants. And it's like, what? Like, why did you take away time from the judge to make a decision for her to like have this stupid conversation? Like, that was like meaningless. And that's what they did the whole entire time. They would be like, judge, judge, judge. Like, after each performance, they give the judges. And then she would be like, oh, you know, like, I follow you on Instagram. Like, this is what she's saying to the contestants. I follow you on Instagram. I see pictures of you and your mom on Instagram. Tell me, what's that like? What does that mean to you? And it's like, what? Like, stupid. Oh, thank you. Claire's not liking Tyra Banks either. And it just really made me angry that they took away time from the judges for her to have these like meaningless conversations.
In her contract that she has to have a certain amount of screen time. That seems
I'm sure she is, because my mom and I were texting about this too, because my mom's watching, and she said that Tyra Banks is like a producer on this too. So, you know, she just like added that in. So I'm really not a fan of Tyra Banks with this. It's like becoming the Tyra Banks show. And I feel like it's taking away from the critique piece from the judges.
Do you think that, do you think they kept Carol for ratings? Like, because
yes, totally.
In for her than Charles.
Yes, but there was no commercial from her ex-husband's family this week.
Well, maybe they got the answers they wanted.
And so we have a bachelorette on the show too, Caitlin Bristow. And I discovered, which I'm a little upset about, let me know your thoughts or let us know in the comments what you think. She is from Canada and her mom is a ballerina, like professional ballerina. And she like took this scholarship, I'm assuming college level, like she was on like a dance scholarship in college. So she has like enough dance experience to like much more than several of the other contestants. But I feel like it's an unfair advantage because I feel like when Dancing with the Stars started, it was like, you know, stars that have no dancing experience, like learning how to dance, you know?
Wasn't like, I'm going way back. I feel like Christy Yamaguchi or someone was on, right? And people thought that was unfair because she was a figure skater. And they're like,
Mhm.
so like part of that is dance. Like that's her profession.
Like she understands like choreography basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, so like AJ from the Backstreet Boys is on, which I feel like is not really fair because he definitely has dance and choreography experience.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, Nelly, I don't think he has like dance experience per se. But yeah, Claire says she doesn't think they should have former dancers on either.
Will Caitlin win, you think? Is she the best?
I mean, well, they had this whole like, oh, her ankle was injured this week, so we don't know if she's going to dance. And then miraculously, her ankle was healed and she was capable of dancing.
Of course.
But you'll be happy to know that your girl, Chriselle, did much better this week.
Oh,
she danced from her heart, and that really worked for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be reporting weekly on Dancing with the Stars. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for attending my TED Talk.
Yes.
Okay. So this one shocked me. So Christina Onstead, I guess that's her last name, maybe not for much longer, from Flip or Flop, is getting a divorce. And so she is the ex-wife of Tarek, currently engaged to Heather from Selling Sunset. Yeah. It's like a triangle. And now I had just recently been on Christina's Instagram because she did a video that we were all looking at because we thought it was Heather in the video.
Yeah.
Because they look that much alike. Like, I don't care what anyone says. They look that much alike. And in it, one of the most recent posts had said that he had gone to England because he has two older kids that live in England. And they made it seem like it was a totally normal thing. But then this comes out like less than a month after he left. So
yeah,
it makes you question it. But this was kind of out of the blue. They have like a 1-year-old.
Yeah, that's what they like. I was reading that they have their child just turned 1. They've been together for 2 years. It's like super sad that they divorced, but I was more surprised because like her and Tarek, like that whole, like you said, like that whole love triangle. I was like, oh wow, like I wasn't informed.
Yeah, it just seemed like odd timing.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, even the fact that they've only been together for 2 years and they were married and had a baby is also kind of like.
Yeah, it's fast, but.
Yeah. And then Gigi had her baby. And, okay, so I saw this picture half asleep, like, 5:30 in the morning, Mike's alarm goes off, and I'm looking at this picture, and I thought at first through like, one eye and like face in the pillow that it was Zayn holding Gigi's hand because I thought that those fingers looked too long to be a newborn baby's fingers. Like, what is this picture? But then I awake and I saw the arm. I was like, oh, okay.
I like that this is like the go-to baby announcement now for celebrities.
Yeah, just
like every baby announcement from a celeb has posted this type of picture.
Yeah. But then the weird thing is, or at least I saw this pointed out as weird online. So this one is Zayn's announcement.
Okay.
But Gigi's announcement was also the baby holding Zayn's hand,
Okay.
not her own,
Yeah.
or not all three,
Yeah.
which is kind of odd. But so no word on a name yet, right?
No, I didn't see anything, just that it's a girl.
Okay. I'm very curious for what they'll name her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be a normal name, or do you think it's going to be creative?
I think it'll be creative.
Okay. Well, yeah, she is Gigi and he's Zayn, so I feel like they don't have traditional names to begin with.
Yeah, it's not going to be like Anne.
It'd be shocking if it was.
Okay. And then this.
I'm so upset about this. And I was saying to my coworker the other day, I'm like, I just like keep finding myself coming back to being upset about Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying, and like actually upset. I'm like, I didn't really know her as a person, but like I had followed her for the past couple years and just like read up on a lot of stuff that she's done and supported. And I'm like, just, it's like heavy. It's weighing heavy on me.
This is a major loss, I feel like, for all women in general, because she was such a like powerful woman and in such a high place. And you know, being on the Supreme Court, it's like for life. And she super took that seriously. I mean, she was 7 and ill and still making it a priority. But then when you look at everything else she's done in her life, everything that she's seen in like 87 years, it's just amazing. Her life is amazing.
Yes. So I linked up actually a really good article that I had found from Teen Vogue, shockingly, that like has all like her biggest landmark cases that she took part in. And it's definitely a good read, like to see what she supported and everything, and just how she continued to fight for gender equality and, you know, the rights of marginalized groups, and just definitely check it out.
Awesome. Well, not awesome.
Not awesome.
Not awesome. Opposite of awesome.
Yeah.
Well said. How about that? Okay, so on the vlog this week, we had a post from Claire about how
Claire.
Yeah, shout out to Claire, how she's making her social media a better place. She had called it herself a little bit of a rant. I feel like so many people are in this place right now where it's like the social media is just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah.
There's too much arguing, too much hate, too much back and forth. It's just draining. And so it is a great article because it gives like some tips about how to protect yourself from that.
Yeah, I love like how she goes into detail about like, here are privacy settings that you can use to not unfriend someone, but kind of silence them, get them off of your feed for a little while, and just, you know, disconnect from those people in your lives that maybe you can't actually unfriend, but you just don't want to see what they're putting all over Facebook. So this is a very timely post because I think, and I feel like I say this to you every week, Julie, like I don't want to be on Facebook anymore, but like I stay on Facebook for my family and like seeing their stuff and for the Your Basic Mom stuff. But it has become just like such a negative space, and it's draining.
Yeah, I think that something that you just mentioned about how like you stay on for that, there's a part of me that makes myself read posts that are contrary to what I believe, because I don't ever want to get into like an echo chamber where I think that everyone thinks and believes the same things as me. So I was making Mike do that because I feel like Mike was starting to get into this position where he was like, well, nobody really thinks that. Nobody really is going to do that. Nobody could possibly really believe that. And I was like, let's take out the phone and see all the people that do. Because I think that happened big time for a lot of people with the 2016 election. Like, they were so certain of what was going to happen because of like where they live. And then they were kind of like knocked off their chairs when it didn't work out the way they thought that it was going to. So I just like to never shut it off totally, because I don't ever want to put myself in a position where I don't actually see reality, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. You want to kind of know what's out there still.
Yeah, I totally want to know. I want to keep my finger on what's going on in all areas.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I kind of,
go ahead.
I only have one. So to just follow along with, I guess it was Friday night, I was doing my nails. I was doing my like pedicure, and I watch like shows on my phone when I do my nails. So I hopped on Hulu and watched the RBG documentary, which was so good, and really it goes through like her whole upbringing and history, and it's like Julie said, it's just kind of amazing to see everything that she went through and overcame like in her lifetime. And it gives a lot of quotes from her dissents. So definitely, if you're looking for something RBG related, check out that on Hulu. It was a good like hour and a half probably, but it was good.
Okay, I totally want to check that out, and I have Hulu, so I can. And that was my question, was going to be if it was like a multi-part or if it was just like a documentary.
I think if you don't have Hulu, I did see something that they're streaming it for free for a certain amount of time.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so I started Little Fires Everywhere last night, I think. I was messaging you about it. I haven't read the book. And so far I like it. I'm intrigued. I want to know more. So I can't wait to like finish so that we can talk more about it, because I want all the thoughts, but I don't want you to give anything away yet, especially since I haven't read the book.
All right. Where are you at? Like what episode and what do you think so far?
I think I'm on episode 4. I actually had just started it. So the episode with Homecoming, I finished that. And then I started another episode, but I'm only like 15 minutes in.
Okay. And who are your favorites so far? What are you thinking? Also, if anyone's listening or watching and they watched Little Fires Everywhere or watched RBG, like be sure to comment and let us know what you think.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where it's going. I knew nothing about it before, so I can't figure out what's coming. Like, she did the background check on her, so she doesn't have a criminal record, but she's clearly hiding things, and I can't figure out what. She won't tell Pearl about her dad or her own family. I don't know. It could be anything.
Okay. But do you remember like the first scene of the first episode where they're like standing in front of their house?
No. Who?
Did you miss that part?
Oh, it might have been on my phone.
Reese Witherspoon and Pacey are like standing in front of their house and it's on fire.
Burnt down. Yes, I remember. And it said that there were little fires everywhere and it had been intentionally set, and the kids were all in the car, and the kids said that Izzy was missing, but that mom was going to find a way to blame it on Izzy. And then the like fire chief was asking them, like, do you know anyone who would have done this? Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I know that it's culminating in that the house get burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think she has some big secret that's going to come out now.
I mean, sure. You told me you don't want me to tell you anything. I'm not telling you anything.
Okay. I also started The Social Dilemma, but I did not finish it.
Okay.
Because Liam wouldn't stop like talking to me, and I needed to pay attention. But it looks really good. What I've seen so far is super interesting. Definitely worth watching. I hadn't even heard of it, but then Celeste, who's a contributor, had done a post on her own blog, which is called Togetherness Redefined, and we'll link to that, about why parents should watch The Social Dilemma, and especially if they have kids that are old enough to have a cell phone. So I'm curious to see like how it ends, because they are doing like, they're following like the story of a family as they're like telling the story of how social media basically manipulates people.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Facebook, which we're on right now. But yeah, it's super interesting. It's, yeah, everything about how they like predict your next step and everything like that is so interesting. But that's also goes back to what I was saying about being in like an echo chamber, where Facebook surrounds you with like more and more of what you already look at and what you already see, and then you end up thinking that that's everything that's out there, because that's all that's being put into your feed. Causes you to just really not be in tune with reality.
So I've heard a few people, in addition to Celeste, I did see that post of that were talking about The Social Dilemma and how it's like insane, how interesting and just like crazy the like social media has become. Oh, Val's jumping on. Hey, Val.
Hey, Val.
And there was a like 2020 special a little while back about Facebook and how they gather the data, like when you're on your phone, and like Instagram, for instance, like if you're scrolling on Instagram and then like slow down over certain pictures, they're like gathering that data. Or if you like stay on one picture for a certain amount of time, they're then showing you things that are like that. So it's not even like that you have to click or like something or engage with something, like it's you're scrolling too that. Or if you like, same thing with ads, like if you're scrolling and looking over ads or liking them, or same thing, like it's just filtering that stuff.
You don't even need to like or share or comment on something. It knows that you just stopped over top of something.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Which now I'm like really mindful when I'm scrolling. I'm just like, oh God, go fast, go fast, go fast.
And it catches my eye. I'm like, don't stop and look at
Oh goodness. All right. And you watched The Duchess too, right?
It was so worth it. Like, it's so stupid but funny. Val, comment, because we haven't actually talked about it, whether or not you liked it, because I know that she watched it based on my recommendation. But it's just so funny. So the premise itself is hysterical. She's an American who got pregnant after like a one-night stand with a British boy bander. And now it's like flash forward 9 years, and they have this 9-year-old, and the 9-year-old wants her to have another baby because she wants a sibling. So most of the season is kind of like her journey and juggling whether or not she's going to have another baby, but just surrounded by like the like craziness that her husband's like not husband, baby daddy is like a former boy bander, and just like the jokes and the banter and everything is so funny.
So I think the name is totally throwing me off. He's not like royalty. He's just a boy bander, right?
No, you know what? I was also confused. I was expecting that. I even watched the preview and I was like, what? No, the Duchess means nothing.
Okay.
What I thought it was going to be was that he was some sort of like low-level British royalty or something.
Yeah.
He's a former British boy bander.
Okay. Gotcha. Val says she feels the same way about the Duchess. She felt like it was silly. She loves her and her clothes.
Yes, it was just so worth it, because there were only like 20-minute episodes, and it's a British show. There's 6 episodes. So it was like so quick and easy to watch.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
Meme time.
Mine isn't exactly a meme, but I'm in like a group text with all my aunts and my girl cousins, and we just send each other like memes and images like all day long, every day. And my aunt sent this one today, and I was like, oh God, like, and it says, anyone else concerned about the 2020 season finale? Like,
Kelsey, I also sent it to you on Instagram.
You did?
4 days ago.
You did? Really?
I thought I did. I might have just screenshotted it and saved it. I do
I don't
both.
think you sent it because I scrolled through that.
Maybe I didn't. Okay, maybe I didn't send it. Maybe I looked at it and meant to send it.
Val, what are you talking about? It kind of means something. She said it kind of means something.
Oh, maybe she's talking about the title, The Duchess.
I know it means like Princess Kate is like, isn't she isn't Kate, wait, Kate Middleton is the Duchess, right?
Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
Duke and Duchess. Yeah.
But that's royalty related, right?
Yeah. So from the name of the show, I expected that the kid's dad was going to be somehow like royalty.
Yeah, agreed.
But even like, so then it could have even worked if like his boy band name had some sort of like royalty connection, but it didn't. It was called Truce.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. All right. So
she said you don't know until the end.
What? Please explain.
She said, "Please explain, Val." Oh my goodness.
I've got no clue.
We'll have to hold out and see what Val says because I know there's a bit of a delay.
Okay. So my favorite meme this week was when you just got to create your own happiness and it's on a scale, but they've typed in the weight they want on the calculator and placed it over the scale.
I've seen this and I also love it.
Yeah, this one made me happy. There were quite a few that were like contenders this week. The internet was good this week. But a lot of them, it's so hard because a lot of times, like the thing that makes me laugh the hardest is actually, oh, Val said it's the new baby's name at the end, which spoiler, Val, way to spoil it for everyone. She does have a second baby. But I did not catch what she named the baby that. I was probably on my phone.
Yeah, you're missing like really important moments of shows because you're on your phone.
I know. I always am on my phone while I'm watching TV.
It's time for an intervention, Julie. You need to get off your phone while you're watching TV so that you can really enjoy the show.
Liam was watching The Social Dilemma with me, and he kept telling me, "Put down your phone, Mom. You're addicted to that."
And he's right.
It is. All right, now I'm going to go cry in a corner. Okay, what did you buy online this week? Because I did not buy anything. Again.
You're so annoying. So I bought, you can't really see it that well in this, but it's a like oversized, longer sweatshirt. And it's like a thinner kind of burnout sweatshirt material. And it says basic on the front. So as soon as I get it, I will rock it for Mom Chats. It's from the B brand. So that's the same place that I got my Girl Power one from that I wore a couple weeks ago. So I'm really excited for this to arrive. Also, I got the boys matching jackets from Target that I just got one of them today in the mail. But it's like that teddy bear kind of like material on the bottom and then like a wash, like a, I don't know, like a waterproof thing on top. So it's just like probably a good like fall leading into winter jacket. It'll be nice and warm. So really excited for them to wear matching jackets.
Oh, how cute.
That's all I bought.
All right. Not bad. We usually have a lot more purchases than that.
Well, I mean, I did purchase something today, but I wasn't going to put that on there.
Save that for next week.
I'll save it for next week when it arrives.
Yeah. I honestly can't think of a single thing I've bought in the past week.
That's pretty impressive.
I don't know. I just feel like my brain's so like scattered. I don't know what's
going on.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Mom Chats. We'll be back next week, Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is that the right thing to say?
No, daylight.
Daylight?
Yeah. And then it'll be standard in November.
Oh God, I don't understand this. Just come here at 8:30.
Yeah, and then throw in that like if you're in Arizona, they don't do daylight savings, so it's totally different.
Oh God. Okay, so just like follow the group and see when we're going to be on here. But you can catch the full blog post tomorrow on yourbasicmom.com. Thanks so much. Bye.